Fluss is similar to Kafka in terms of it's a streaming storage, but it's a columnar streaming storage. So basically, you get the exact same functionality with Kafka, but you get the extra benefit that it's directly queryable. The second thing is that it combines primary key tables that generate a complete changelog, and it's like having a built-in cache. So for example, if your architecture relies on something like Kafka and Redis, you can replace that with Fluss, because basically you have a built-in cache. And the third part is basically the ability to combine data warehousing properties or lakehouse properties, let's call them, like what you mentioned, because it's columnar, column pruning, but this goes even beyond that. Column pruning is just one aspect that minimizes the network transfer data for the required columns. The other part is supports partition pruning. So it means, like, for example, if you're interested to stream data only for the last month, for example, or something, it can only read particular partition. And the third thing is predicate pushdown. Like, imagine like you have a stream of 10 million users, and you're only interested in particular user ID. With Kafka, you will have, of course, to consume the whole stream, transmit all the rows and all the columns with a payload, and just do a filtering then on the client side. Fluss just reads the required columns, the required data from the particular user ID only. It's similar to a database. You only read what you need, yeah. Fluss also provides tier storage directly on lake tables, and it started with Pymon because they also share the similar design, etc. Now, Iceberg is being integrated, and it's coming in the next release. So what does this mean for Iceberg users? First of all, it's not just about the JSON of the data, it's all the different layers you remember I mentioned before that you can create with Pymon, those materialized views. Basically, on the hot layer, all this goes through Fluss. So basically, even if you're doing updates on your keys on your hot layer, Fluss takes care of all the updates, and then offloads all the data as Iceberg tables. So it solves the problem with updates for Iceberg, even if they add keys. And these keys, it can't scale well. It's not an issue because Fluss takes care of the updates by nature, and then just offloads as Iceberg tables. And of course, it also minimizes the latencies because you don't have to find a way to streaming read the tables or to create workflow scheduling jobs, to schedule jobs to do the processing for you. Everything is in a streaming way. So I think these are the two main issues that it solves. And the other part is that it delivers a compaction service directly on the open source.